This episode is going to be so good. I don't even think I will be starting Beyond the Lash Line because there's so much. I really feel like a lot of people will benefit from this episode. Hey you guys, and welcome back to the Designer's Room where we go beyond the lash line. My name is Uni and I'm a lash designer, lash design mentor, as well as mother. If you right now cannot say with confidence that your business will survive without social media, this episode is for you. If you feel like you have a lot of gaps in your schedule and you're not fully booked, this episode is for you. I did a poll on this topic of how to become fully booked, struggling to become fully booked, and I did get a couple of questions. I really feel like most of these questions can honestly be answered with the tips I'm going to be giving you on today. My initial thoughts when it comes to becoming fully booked is that social media is playing such a huge role in your self-perception. Social media is really important, but when you put too much emphasis on social media 100% getting you booked, then I feel like that's where people feel insecure or they kind of second guess their stance here in this industry. I'm going to give you a few tips, so bear with me. This is a juicy episode. Do not skip. There are two concepts that I actually created to get you to fully booked status, as well as make sure that you are sought out amongst a very saturated industry. I created this concept called the Transformation Triangle. It's fairly new, but it goes over the 3 key points to really drive home why someone, especially of a high value status, would be willing to seek you out and remain loyal to your brand. This comes with 3 different transformations: visual transformation, emotional transformation, and experiential transformation. Visual transformation is obviously what's visual, before and afters, highlighting the key points in a client and seeing how you use your artistry to enhance those features. If you are viewing this and on your social media, most of your work is of just up close pictures, especially micro lens view of just lashes, then you are completely missing this huge point. You're not selling a transformation. You're just selling what it means to be great at applying lash extensions. And that doesn't cut it now. So that's visual transformation. Secondly, we have emotional transformation. This is capturing your client, give honest and raw feedback on how your artistry has made them feel. I have countless videos of surprise reveals after a lash side is done where I've had clients nearly cry. I've had clients say they've never seen themselves look this beautiful before. All types of reactions that really show that, wow, this person experienced something within that makes people who are viewing feel like I want to experience that too. Next is experiential transformation. This has all to do with the feel of your studio. Do you feel like your studio is giving a luxury vibe? Do you feel like your consultation process is giving TLC? And do you provide aftercare support to your clients? If you are not doing any of these things, how are you honestly trying to stand out from the rest and attract luxury? In order for you to attract luxury, you have to become luxury. I'm a firm believer of that. If you're showing up in sweatpants and joggers and your studio looks like a 5-year-old put it together, if you're not doing a thorough consultation process, you're not doing the lash designing, the client facial analysis, there's so many things that you can implement just with the experience that scream transformation for people that will make them want to book. I see countless times when someone will post maybe the most luxurious chair in a studio that has such a beautiful chandelier. They're not even showcasing their work. Just the aesthetic of their place, people are like, how can I come visit? How can I book? Giving people a glimpse as to what they will experience by coming to you is such an overlooked place of importance. This is what the Transformation Triangle is. If you hit all of these points, then your likelihood of attracting a luxury clientele that is loyal. Luxury clients tend to be the most loyal clients, by the way. You are more than likely putting yourself in position to receive high value clientele that are willing to keep your books filled. When you start hitting all 3 points of this triangle, your sets become a lifestyle upgrade that clients feel like they need and that they're willing to pay for. You remember the PPP loans? Well, I have a PPP method. That was supposed to be funny. I hope y'all laughed. Anyway, it's hitting these 3 P's. This is the next concept. So this would technically be tip number 2. Proof, personality, positioning. Proof, transformation, testimonials. Personality, showing your face, showing your story. What makes your brand sought out is the story that only you can tell. You become easily replaceable when you are omitting your story. When you choose to not tell your story, what makes your business stand out from the rest, not just, oh, I offer this, I offer this, I offer this, but what really shapes the story behind your brand. That would be personality, which is a huge one. I read somewhere that people are not buying your products, they're actually investing in you as a person. Finally, positioning. This is positioning yourself as an authority in whatever field you're in. It doesn't cut it anymore to just say that you're really good at doing lashes. What makes you an authority in this lash industry? Everyone is offering lashes now. I'd be lying if I said that this market is not overly saturated. And then a lot of people are no longer looking to get eyelashes done because everyone's doing the same thing and people have more customization at home than they do in actual lash appointments. They are continuously being disappointed. So positioning is possibly the most important P out of the PPP, because if you have authority in doing something, you've struck gold. You need to figure out what that is. A next tip that I feel like you could implement on today is putting your business on Google. It's free. Even if your location is not something that you want to disclose publicly, I know a lot of people lash from home or whatever the case may be, you're still able to put your business on Google and the approximate location of where you service and have the people who visit you now to write reviews. So when people are in your area typing in lash extensions near me, that there's a possibility that your business will pop up. Right now, if you type your business into Google, I believe that at least 80% of you guys who are watching right now do not have visibility on the most used search engine. This is what I was talking about when I said expanding your reach outside of Instagram, outside of social media. A lot of people are not even visiting Instagram anymore. If you're putting all of your time and energy, 100% into Instagram, expecting to get a fully booked status, you are missing out on a lot of clients and a lot of money too. This can actually be the thing that is making you frustrated. The fact that you are so focused on attracting clients via Instagram and wishing and praying for a viral moment to get exposure, that you are completely neglecting a huge portion of clients who don't even have Instagram, maybe have Instagram but never go on Instagram, but still would love to get your services. So using the free asset on Google is a complete game changer. Someone who doesn't even use social media is right now fully booked, not even having to convince people to pay whatever outrageous price that they're charging for work that is less articulate than your own. My next tip does require a little bit more footwork, but it's totally worth it if you're willing to put in the effort. I would suggest collaborating with influencers in your area. Collaborate with people who are well known in your area. I know this may look different for different people depending on what city you're in. I would genuinely slide into their DMs and ask, can you do a lash set for them for free in exchange for a shout out on their page or a post, or just to collaborate in that way. You want to make sure if you are going to offer something discounted or free, it is with the intention of pulling in paying clients, not just giving out lash sets for free or because you need an extra $150, $100. If you're going to be discounting your services, make sure it's with the intention of pulling in full paying clients. I remember at one point in time, I would collaborate with people 100% free service just so I can have access to their audience. Collaboration, don't sleep on it. Even if you have to collaborate with other people who are in the beauty field, do a collaboration with them, especially if they're in your city. In a way, you two are working together to make each other visible to each other's audiences. Now, the groundwork of it is to walk into offices where your ideal client will be and offer the receptionist, the person at the front, a 100% free service. Follow me. Follow me here. Listen, I understand. Absurd. It sounds crazy. It sounds like, especially with those people who have social anxiety, like, what do you mean? I need you to take a deep breath and realize that this can be the game changer for you and make all the difference in your books looking the way that they are now versus how you would like them to look. I need you to go walk into the dentist office, the medical spas, eyebrow shops, wherever your ideal client will likely be getting maintenance. I need you to walk into those places and offer a free or discounted service to the person that works in the front. Let them know, hey girl, you're so pretty, you're so gorgeous. I would love to bring you in for a free lash service, or I would love to bring you in for a discounted lash service. When that client comes in, you're going to take content because, hey, if you can use content to get some other full paying clients, why not? So take that content if she'll let you, right? Then you're going to give her referral cards. These referral cards are going to aid in the maintenance of her lash set. Let her know if she passes out these cards and people do come and book, that she can get her lashes maintained for a discounted price. Or if you would like to be generous, let her know that she can get them maintained for free for the next 2 fills. This is a way that you can use one person. So you're investing a free service. I know it may sound crazy to sit down and do lashes for free, but you are literally putting your work in front of people who are willing to spend money on themselves. These same people may not be scrolling on Instagram trying to find a lash designer. You remember when we talked about the Transformation Triangle and PPP, right? The Transformation Triangle comes in heavy here because if you bring that client that is at the front desk at the med spa in to receive that transformation and seeing the luxury experience that you give, you not only have your work on their eyes, but you also have a walking testimonial sitting right there, attracting new clients straight to you. And finally, the most important tip, because I have to be honest with you, I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you. If you're not doing something different than someone who is getting a fully booked status based off of walk-ins and foot traffic, or if you're not doing something different than someone who is paying for promotional ads, then you are voluntarily choosing to stay in the position that you're in. And that is just my honesty. It may be a very hard truth to accept, and this is no judgment, but I can say that if I was lashing like everyone else, my business would not have grown to what it is today. What contributed to Poised growth is the courage and the willingness to do something different. There are a lot of people out there wanting to do the same things, design the same, copy and paste lash maps. There's only so many maps that you can copy and paste before the next thing is out, and you're scrambling to figure out how you can then be set apart again. Lash maps are not going to solve your issue. This lash industry can definitely be overly saturated. But if you tap into lash designing, and I don't mean just picking up specialty curls or learning how to copy and paste a lash map, but having the ability to see someone come in and having the knowledge and wisdom to assess the perfect lash design for a person's look, their needs, as well as their personality and their vibe, is a skill that a lot of people do not have. This is the skill that I mentor my students on. How can I help you become a lash artist that sees an opportunity? I like to call my clients opportunities, but see an opportunity walk in and know how to elevate it and make that person feel like the best version of themselves. Not them plus lashes, but an elevated version of themselves, like they've never seen themselves before, putting the client at the forefront of the design. This in combination with all the tips that I've given you is literally key in becoming fully booked. I've read tons of books on business, on positioning yourself. So that's really what has helped me. I'm someone who didn't have a hand-me-down business, like I learned a lot of all of what I know by trial and error and actually putting in the time and effort. This is the reason why I like to work with people one-on-one over time, because yes, we can work on your craft, but what use is knowing how to put together a lash map if you don't have the firm foundation in your business to actually highlight your artistry? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. If you feel like you have been in a rut as far as getting a fully booked schedule, I just want to let you know that I see you and all is not lost. You just need clarity. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is having clarity. That's the only thing. With that being said, I would love to talk with you. I'm going to put the link in the description where you can go schedule a clarity call. It's 45 minutes for us to discuss where you are, where you see yourself going, and I personally will give you actionable tips to get to where you want to be. Because even I know that faith without works is dead. Let's highlight the tips before we wrap up. Tip number 1, the transformation triangle: visual transformation, emotional transformation, and experiential transformation. This is the concept when lash artists think beyond isolation and just mappings and start hitting all the points of the triangle. This is the moment where your business becomes a lifestyle upgrade that your clients are willing to pay for. Tip number 2, the PPP social media method: proof, personality, positioning. Tip number 3, putting your business on Google, getting that free SEO, have your clients write reviews. It will literally bring in people who don't even have social media and they are willing to be loyal to your business. Next tip, tip number 4, collaborating with influencers in your area, or also visiting the medical spas, the waxing booths, you name it, to go and provide a service to the front desk and put a business card in there, a walking and breathing business card in there that exposes you to natural foot traffic. Again, a whole type of clientele that may not even have social media. Next, tapping into lash designing. Having the confidence to sketch a lash map that is built for your client's look, her personality, and her vibe. Lash designing can be complex. We offer mentorship as a way to learn how to incorporate how to lash design within your business. 3 months, extremely flexible payment, and a guaranteed transformation in the way that you lash as well as the way you run your business. That's all for today. I hope that this video really helps you. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you guys again next week on the Designer's Room. Bye.